You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Who do you see in these videos? Who do you see in these videos? When I be talking about ethnic image, this is what I be talking about. Is we have kids like this who have no parental guidance, who's also not being held accountable by law enforcement or the government, taking over the whole city. This is what I say. This is what I mean when I say our ethnic image looks like shit, and some people literally create the stereotypes almost on purpose. It looks like if people are tired of our community looking like a bunch of degenerates and savages, we have to stop behaviors like this. Parents have to start holding their kids accountable. Law enforcement has to start locking these kids up. These kids should be locked up. Whether you're a juvenile or not, you should either be a juvie or you should be going to adult jail. But you have mayors like Mayor Brandon Johnson, who does everything in his power to make these kids seem like they're just innocent little kids who have nothing to do with their lives.
Hold on a second, okay? Respectfully, these large gatherings.
And he uses terms like large gatherings. Come on, bro. That is not what you call a large gathering. A large gathering is a wedding. A large gathering is, a family reunion, not a whole bunch of kids looting and stealing and breaking into shit. That's not a large gathering. That's not a large gathering. That's almost like a gang activity. That's organized crime. That's what the hell is going on here. I don't care how old these kids are. I don't care about their skin color. I don't care about none of that shit. None of that matters. These kids are degenerates. They're criminals. Lock their ass up. And if they're not going to get locked up, lock up the parents. That's when things are going to start changing, is when you also start holding these parents accountable. When you have especially juveniles, kids that are under 16, 15, 14 years old. I mean, the youngest person arrested that night was 12 years old. That's when you start having to go after parents. Take these parents to jail.
These large gatherings, just hold on a second, y'all. I promise you, we have time to talk. It's important that we speak of these dynamics in an appropriate way. This is not to obfuscate what is actually taking place, but we have to be very careful when we use language to describe certain behavior.
See, this guy is worried too much about semantics, man. You're worried too much about the nuance. That's the problem. That's why he's such a horrible mayor. Don't nobody care about the terminology used to describe these kids. They're criminals. We all know they're criminals. It doesn't matter what we call them. The fact that you're not holding them accountable is the problem here. The fact that there is no consequences for this type of behavior is the problem. It's not because of the terminology, the terminology that's being used. That has nothing to do with any of this stuff. But he focuses on shit like this because it helps him not have to actually do something about this behavior. When he can focus on the nuance and the vocabulary and the definition of word, he doesn't have to actually solve the problem itself. He can just sit there and worry about what the terminologies are being used and wants to attack that and what make that the problem in itself. It's insane.
There's history in this city. I mean, to refer to children as like baby Al Capones is not appropriate. So let me finish, please, okay? Okay,
Semantics. A whole bunch of semantics. But hey, once these citizens start revolting against the mayor and these woke elected officials, nothing's going to change.
10 with the latest teen takeover that ended with dozens of arrests.
Charges range from simple misdemeanors to felony gun charges. The youngest suspects, just 12 years old. We've learned tonight that some community activists saw this incident brewing and headed to the scene to try to stop it.
CBS 2's Jermont Terry is live at the scene with how it all played out last night. Jermont?
Joe and Erica, cars were damaged, windows were broken, and all of that happened before the teens even made their way to the 7-Eleven and started looting. Tonight, Chicago Police Interim Superintendent Fred Waller said this group crossed the line, leaving them no choice but to make an arrest. And tonight, 2 of the violence interrupters believe there would have been more arrested had they not stepped in.
So, man, they're making it really hard right now, y'all. So
this video shows the teens as they gathered along Roosevelt Road Sunday night. In the mix, trying to deter the youngsters, Joseph Williams.
If you know some of these kids, y'all come down here and get y'all kids. If you know some of them, for sure, definitely come get them.
Williams is with the nonprofit Mr. Dad's Fathers Club.
It's important to have our program because it helps get fathers involved in their children's lives.
And that's why when word came the teens were preparing for another teen takeover,
and we didn't want to sit at home and not do anything about it.
So Williams, along with Charles McKenzie, tried convincing the teenagers to leave, but the task wasn't easy.
We were out here running, breaking up fights. They fighting.
Chicago police were not out to babysit.
I say, hey, man, they not playing. They telling you guys to leave. They giving you a chance to leave. You guys have to leave.
The crowd eventually moved to a 7-Eleven off Roosevelt and Jefferson. Look how they ransacked the store, breaking windows and wreaked havoc. CPD made it clear.
If you're an officer, you should be putting hands on people and arresting them right now, not watching them walk by you.
Police arrested 40.
That just shows that there will be some accountability in place. And I hope that it actually brings even more awareness for parents to make sure that they know where their children are.
Because McKenzie says parents did respond to the live feed.
I saw a father come out, told his daughters, hey, you guys supposed to be at the show. What you guys doing here? Get in the car.
These youth advocates say a response team is needed to address these takeovers.
And when I say response team, that means you coming with the plans. You coming with sprinters. You coming with everything we need.
And you can see tonight there is a police pod camera in this parking lot. We know it was here during this incident on Sunday, and that could lead to even more arrests. Of the 40 people arrested, the ages range from 12 to 20. Police cited them for curfew violations, criminal trespass, and get this, 2 teenagers had guns on them, one with a silencer. Thankfully, no shots were fired in Sunday's teen takeover. Reporting live in the South Loop tonight, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. I mean, hey, we keep telling people none of these progressive, woke, democratic law enforcement policies are going to help anybody. They actually make it worse. They actually make these neighborhoods a lot less safer. I don't understand how they don't see the pattern in places like Chicago, places like New York, places like San Francisco and LA. I don't understand. All these places have the same results for the same policies that they've implemented, but they don't see the pattern. They don't see the pattern. These people are not educated. I don't know what it is, or they're doing this on purpose. They literally have an agenda to either destroy this country or they're just stupid as a politician. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button down below. And if this is your first time on the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button for more content. See you on the next video. Peace.